Zoran wanted to know about Nityananda. Am I right?
Zoran je hteo da čuje o Nitjanandi.
Yes. He said everybody is talking about Sai Baba, but not much information about Nityananda.
Ima mnogo informacija o Sai Babi, ali nema puno informacija o Nitjanandi.
Well, just like we are born at a particular time, in a particular place, for some reason, all masters are born the same way. They have a perfect reason for taking birth in a particular frequency for a particular duration. Everybody, all of us, the same. So masters are not different from us that way.
Dakle, kao što smo svi rođeni u određeno vreme, na određenom mestu, u određenom okruženju, isto tako su i veliki majstori rođeni u određeno vreme, na određenom mestu, sa određenom frekvencijom kojom oni odašli. Jednostavno, oni uopšte nisu mnogo različiti od nas u tom pogledu.
When you become enlightened, and then after enlightenment, a consistent effort to dissolve our unit stature and become the ocean, then there is no reason to come back and take a birth. Usually, there is no reason to take another birth. You don't have to come back.
Dakle, kada dosegnemo prosvetljenje i jednostavno iz jedinica, odnosno osobe, postanemo ceo okean, obično nema potrebe da se ponovo vratimo u život.
Nityananda was found on the road, on a street. It's a small street. As a baby, nobody knows his parents. He was found on the street as a baby, and there was a snake protecting that baby.
Nitjananda je pronađen na ulici kao beba. Niko ne zna ko su njegovi roditelji, ali ono što je specifično za njega jeste da je to Nitjananda bio dete koje je pronađeno na ulici i zmija je išla oko njega i štitila ga.
And he was, we're talking about Nityananda, Bhagawan Nityananda. Please don't, there is a new Nityananda who is already in the body. I'm not talking about that Nityananda. I'm talking about the Nityananda who is not in the body now. He left his body in 1961.
Dakle, govorimo o Nitjanandi, Bhagawan Nityanandi, koji je napustio svoje telo u 1961. Da ne bude zamene, pošto sad imamo Nitjanandu koji je još uvijek u svom telu. Tako da znate dobro da govorimo o tom Nitjanandu.
And he was taken care of by a family and he grew up. Right from the childhood he was displaying so many miracles.
Dakle, njega je prihvatila jedna porodica i jednostavno su ga odgajali da odraste, ali on već od malih nogu je iskazivao mnoga čuda.
We have the Nityananda's picture here.
Tu na Guru Parampari je Nityanandina slika.
This Nityananda.
Ovo je Nityananda.
I can talk about a few of his miracles from childhood.
Mogu pomenuti nekoliko čuda koje je izveo u njegovom ranom detinjstvu.
He was traveling towards the north until he came to Bombay. So on the way he was settled in a place called Kasargod for a long time.
Dakle, on je putovao prema severu i jedan duži vremenski period i najduže se zadržao u Kasargodu.
And he was meditating there and there was no water in that area. Then he said, why should Ganga only flow in the north? Ganga should flow here. And immediately water started flowing. That water is still there.
Dakle, u toj oblasti nije bilo reke, nije bilo vode i on je rekao, zašto bi Ganga samo bila na severu. Voda bi trebala da bude i ovde i istog trenutka je voda krenula da tuda protiče i ta voda se i dan danas tamo nalazi.
Then one day he was standing at the bus stop. I think he was trying to go somewhere. And he never used to wear clothes. He only wore underwear, that's all. So when he asked the bus to stop, the bus driver was looking at him and this man is not wearing any clothes. He didn't stop the bus. When the bus reached the next stop, this man is standing there. And then the bus reached the third stop, again he's standing there, same way. Then the driver stopped and Nityananda got in. This is one of the stories.
Jedna od priče jeste i ta da je Nitjananda bio stao na autobuskoj stanici i pokušao da uđe u autobus, pošto Nitjananda nikad nije nosio nikakvu odjeću, već samo nešto malo svog struka poput donjeg veša. I vozač autobusa ga je video da stoji, ovo je govor, nema šanse da ga pustim i samo je nastavio dalje. I kad je stigao na sledeću stanicu, Nitjananda je opet, isti taj čovjek je stojao za vozača, opet tu, ga je opet prošao, samo nema šanse. Kad je na trećoj stanici isti čovjek bio, kad se zaustavlja, onda ga je tek pustio unutra, tad je Nitjananda ušao u autobus.
Another story, he was again standing at the bus stop. He saw one woman walking. He went ahead and caught her breast. And people were angry. They were chasing him. And he was shouting, she's healed, she's healed. Nobody understood what he's saying. Then they asked this lady, what was wrong? She said she had breast cancer on both the breasts. And when Nityananda caught the breast, it was healed.
Još jedna od stvari jeste da je isto tako čekajući autobus, jednostavno jednu ženu uhvatio za sisu i nosio dalje. I ljudi su bili jako uznemireni i besni kada da ga ljure, a on je vikao, ona je iscijeljena, ona je iscijeljena. I onda kad su njoj prišli, pitali je da li imala nekih problema, ona je kazala da imala sam rak na obe dojke. I čim je on dotakao, ona je bila iscijeljena.
Like that, there are many stories. One time he was traveling in a train and he never took the ticket. So the ticket checker came and asked him, where's your ticket? He said, what ticket? Then they said, if you want to travel in this train, you must have a ticket. Then he said, oh, can you show me a ticket? Then he showed, this is the ticket. There should be something like this. Then from his underwear, he took out one ticket and gave it. So the ticket checker asked him, so you boarded from this particular stop and you're going to this particular stop? He said, no, I want to go further. Then he took another one. Finally, he gave about 50 tickets, right from where the train is starting to right till it's stopping. All the tickets he gave. The ticket checker was really surprised. How can this man produce all these tickets? And he's only wearing an underwear. He cannot hide all these tickets anyway. And they were all that days, not a collection of the past.
Dakle, još jedna od zanimljivih stvari takvih jeste da Nitjananda je putovao vozom i nikad nije kupovao kartu. I sada kondukter je zaustavi, tražio kartu i on kaže, nema, kao kakva karta. Pa možeš da imaš kartu, pa pokaži mi kartu kako to izgleda. I on mu je pokazao ovako kartu kako izgleda. U redu i on izvadi iz svojih donjeg veša, predao kartu koja treba i on ga pita da li želim da idete od tog do tog mesta, ne, želim da idem i dalje. I to se tako nastavilo da mu je dao karte iz tog svog donjeg veša za svaku stanicu od svog početka pa do kraja putovanja mu je dao nekih 50 karata, što nije bilo moguće fizički sakriti samo u donji veš. Kondukter je bio zapanjen.
You know, every master, there'll be a group of people talking bad. Same thing was happening with Nityananda also. Some people went and told the income tax authorities, the people who collect tax, saying that this man is financing schools and financing so many institutions and he doesn't have any income. How can he get his money? So they said he's probably doing something illegal. You know, maybe he's printing money or maybe he's the agent of some black money people, something like that. So income tax people came to him, then asked him, what's your source of income? Show us, where did you get this money? Because he was helping schools and helping poor people, etc. Where did you get this money? Then he said, he asked, who are you? They said, we are from the government. We are the income tax people. We want to know, where are you getting money? Then he said, I pick up from that pond. He showed one water basin. Whenever I need money, I pick it up from there. They said, you're playing with us, you're joking. We can arrest you. We are powerful. Then he said, no, I'm not joking, I'll show you. Come with me. He took them to the pond. He jumped into the water and brought out a pot of gold. He said, whenever I need money, I go down, I pick up one gold, and that is what I'm using. They could not do anything, you know.
Dakle, još jedna od jednih fascinantnih priča jeste da, kao što su već svi majstori koji su hodali, imali ljudi koji su bili protiv njih i ogovarali ih svašta nešto, nije izbjeglo ni Nitjanandu. I neki ljudi koji su bili ljubomorni na njega, zato što je on pomagao i školama i siromašnim ljudima i sve, javili su ga poreskoj službi, da on financira razne institucije, razne ljude i svašta nešto, a nema nikakav prihod, kao, idite ga uhapsiti. I poreska je došla kod njega i oni su mu rekli, pokažite nam odakle su vaši prihodi, zato što pomažete toliko da pa ono kao, ako ste vi, kao mi smo iz države, ne uprave, mi smo poreska, mi možemo da vas uhapsimo, možemo zaista loš stvar za vas. Evo, moj prihod dolazi iz onog jezera, iz onog bazena. I oni kao, ti se šališ s nama, zaviglavaš nas. On kaže, ne, pokazat ću im, i ona odveo ih do bazena i on je uskočio u njega i izašao sa ćupom zlata. I on rekao, svaki put kad mi zatreba zlato, ja samo uskočim dole i izvadim. Oni jednostavno nisu imali šta da mu kažu na to, pošto je nemoguće da iz jednog običnog bazena izaći tako nešto.
A true master makes more masters. He was a true master. And most of his disciples became very powerful masters. This is the sign of a true master. It's not one who teaches well. Anybody can teach well. But if you can create more masters, that's a true master.
Dakle, znak pravog majstora jeste taj da on stvara i podiže ljude da budu pravi majstori. Svako može da bude dobar učitelj, dobar predavač i da prenese znanje, ali biti pravi majstor znači biti osoba koja je u mogućnosti da napravi i proizvede još ljudi koji će biti zaista majstori.
He used to sit there in Ganeshpuri. Finally he was wandering and finally he reached Ganeshpuri. And he stayed there the rest of his life. And a lot of people used to come to see him, and people were pretty much afraid because he sometimes slaps people, scolds them. Mostly he scolds people. And when he scolds people, big karmic blockages are removed. You know, he removes a lot of stuff. Sometimes he slaps people. So a lot of people were coming and many were afraid to be near him. And he used to talk to himself. Always he'll be talking something to himself. So many people thought that he's probably mad. And when towards the end of his life, he wanted to go back to south where he came from. Then the people of Ganeshpuri said, Guruji, you have lived here all your life. We would like you to leave your body here so that we can take care of it. So he left the body there. And it's in Ganeshpuri. Amazing place, very, very powerful.
Dakle, posle njegovih dugih lutanja, on je na kraju došao i do Ganeshpurija, gdje je ostao tokom ostatka svog života. Mnogi ljudi su se bojali da mu priđu, zato što je on umeo da izgradi, da izvređe ljude koji bi mu prišli, čak i da ih izudara. Jednostavno, to je način na koji je on čistio mnoge karme, mnoge terete iz ljudi, a mnogi su se bojali uopšte da mu priđu. Čak je i delovao kao ludak, zato što je non stop pričao nešto sam sebi mrmljao. Jednostavno, delovao kao ludak za običnog posmatrača. I on je odlučio da hoće da se vrati na jugu, dakle je došao iz Ganeshpuri, međutim ljudi koji su tamo njega bili poklonici su rekli, ali Guruji, molim vas, ostavite svoje telo ovde. I on je zaista i ostaje svoje telo tamo da njegovi poklonici po njihovoj želji i se pobrinu o telu.
There are many stories of Nityananda, but see, the thing is, his stories are not even, it's even difficult to understand how he was operating. He was such a powerful master. And you know what? when a master is very powerful and his operating levels are very multi-dimensional, it's difficult to record it. If there is a pattern, we can record. Like for example, he was in one place, he was doing a certain things in certain order, then there are miracles happening. This all can be documented. But if the master is working in a much larger platform through lots of people, improving standards of lives, it's difficult to document. And many people do not tell the truth. You know, they only talk something bad. How many people tell there was some amazing transformation happened in life? Very few people. Most people say, oh, I went to him, he didn't give it to me, so he's not good. This you can hear a lot. Even now, if you look at how the people talk, people like to talk negative. How many people talk positive? So, this was the case with Nityananda also. A lot of people did not even understand him. So, documentation was not perfect. That is why we don't know many stories of him. These are stories which are told by people, then finally recorded. Means after a few generations. Not that they wrote it down.
Dakle, postoje mnoge ovakve priče o Nitjanandi, međutim, one su, krenući od kraja, one su jednostavno prenošene s usta na usta nekoliko generacija, pa su tek onda bile zabeležene. Međutim, kao što svi znamo, ljudi češće će prikazati, bio sam tamo, nije mi dao ništa, on je bez veze. Govorit će negativno o nekome. Malo njih će se zaista pohvaliti svojim vrednim iskusima. Isto tako i sa Nitjanandom. Napravo što je nemoguće dokumentovati jedan takav život, zato što kad majstor funkcioniše ne sa linearnog postojanja, išao odavde, išao odavde, uradio to čudo, već se radi na više nivoa od jedan put, kroz mnogo ljudi u isto vreme, nemoguće uraditi dobru dokumentaciju. Čak i priče koje zaista imamo o njemu su priče koje su prenete s generaciju, pa tek onda zapisane. I mnogi nisu u potpunosti tačne.
I can talk about my experience, if you are not bored already.
Znači, ja mogu podeliti moje iskustvo, ako već niste se smorili.
I did not know anything about Nityananda like most people.
Kao i većina ljudi nisam imao pojma ništa o Nityanandi.
One day I was writing a blog and his image came to my mind for no reason. Of course there is reason, but that time no reason. Image came to my mind and I just put his picture and wrote, Earth became better because he walked on earth. I did not know why I write that. You know, I had no idea, no particular plan. But within about a couple of months, I reached Ganeshpur.
Dakle, mogu pričati o mom iskustvu sa Nityanandom, jeste dok sam pisao jedan blog, u jednom momentu mi je samo njegova slika, tako, iz ničega došla u um, naravno, nije bezrazložno, iako je u tom momentu meni bilo bez razloga, jednostavno uzeo tu jednu njegovu sliku i napisao, ovaj čovek je unapredio život mnogih ljudi kao i same zemlje i par mjeseci kasnije on se našao u Ganeshpuri.
And my original plan was to go to Samadhi of Baba Muktananda first, then go to Nityananda Samadhi. The car took me directly to Nityananda Samadhi because he did not know the way. Where the car stopped, it was his place where his body is kept.
Dakle, moj originalni plan je bio da odem do Samadhija Baba Muktananda. Međutim, vozač me odveo direktno do Samadhija Nitjananda zato što nije znao drugi put, već ga je direktno tamo odveo.
And those people do not know me. They allowed me to come inside. And it's not allowed to go inside, means only the priests go inside. But they said you can come in, and I came. I touched his idol where his body is kept. That was an amazing experience for me.
Njegovi ljudi me ne poznaju i jednostavno samo za sveštenike je dozvoljeno da uđu u Samadhiju, tu svete odaje, međutim oni su meni dali da uđete slobodno, nema problema. Jednostavno su me pustili unutra i dopustili mi čak i da dotaknem njegov idol i da se konektujem s njime za Mohanđi je to bio jedno nevjerovatno iskustvo.
There is a temple in south called Mookambika. It's a goddess temple. And just a bit high on the mountain, that is where Adi Shankara did tapas, penance, and goddess appeared. And goddess appeared, and goddess said, what can I do for you? So Adi Shankara said, I would like you to come with me to my place to make a temple. Then he said, okay. She said, okay, you walk, I'll come with you. But if you have one doubt in your mind, I will not come. Means you should have so much faith in your mind that you should not doubt. If you doubt one time, finished. Faith, grace is gone. And Adi Shankara was walking, goddess was walking, and goddess was wearing the, what ladies wear, you know, that jingles. Anklets. She was wearing anklets, so the sound was coming. So Adi Shankara knew that she is behind. After a while, the sound stopped. Goddess was testing. She held on to the anklets. You know, the sound was not coming. Adi Shankara walked for some more time, then doubt entered. Is she actually coming behind me? He turned and looked. Goddess said, your doubt entered your mind. Grace is gone, finished. And she said, I'm staying here, right here. That is Mookambika temple. That temple has been kind of a haven to many, many masters. Most masters, including Sai Baba, has stayed there, in that place. Sai Baba, Bhagawan Nityananda, Nadananda, all these masters have spent time there, or they have got something from there. I was visiting there, and also up the hill, there is the spear of the goddess. Means apparently goddess killed the demon there, and there is a big spear sticking out into the sky. They tested the metal in the scientific lab. They could not find which metal. It's not from earth. They could not find which metal it is. It's not from earth. That spear is still there, and there are a few temples there. So I was visiting those places, and then I heard that there is one disciple of Nityananda staying there.
Dakle, Adi Shankara je išao, ima mesto koje zove Mookambika, mesto na koje mnogi majstori dolaze. Adi Shankara je bio radio svoj tapas za boginju. Da ona prođe s njime do nekog hrama, da napravi zajedno hram. I ona je rekla, u redu, poći ću s tobom, ali ne smiješ da imaš ni trunku sumnje u svom umu. I tako su oni krenuli, ona je išla za njim i kako žene obično i nose narogicu, odnosno narukvicu oko noge koja zvoni. On je znao da ona ide za njim, Adi Shankara je znao da ona ide za njim i on je išao. Međutim, zvuk je stao. Jednostavno boginja ga je testirala, zadržala je zvuk tog narukvice nozi. I jednostavno on je nastavio da hoda neko vreme. Međutim, posle nekog vremena je sumnja ušla u njega. Kao, da li je ona za mnom? Nije tu, jel jeste to? On kao nije siguran. U jednom momentu su okrenuo i vidio nju. I ona je rekla, ja neću otići ni korak dalje, jednostavno sela tu. Sumnja je ušla u tvoj um. I to je mesto gdje ona sela, je mesto gdje je izgrađen hram Mookambika. Mookambika je inače jedan hram u koji su gotovo svi majstori, veliki majstori, ili otišli tamo i proveli neko vreme tamo, ili dobili nešto iz tog hrama. Isto tako i čitava ova lineage of masters, znači čitava ova linija majstora, koja je u našoj tradiciji. Isto tako i Mohanđi je jedno vreme proveo u Kanadi.
And do you know how I reached this man, this person? His name was Swami Nirmalananda. He is also not in the body. He left also.
I znate kako sam ja stigao tamo, sreo sam jednog Swamija, I can't say the name.
So, you know, it so happened, I was visiting the temple. When I came out, there were few people standing begging for food, begging for money. One guy I looked, he was wearing good shirt and taken bath, clean. He is also asking for money. I asked him, are you hungry? He said, yes. I said, come with me. I was going for breakfast. I took him for breakfast.
Dakle, dok sam bio tamo, izašao sam naprijed, krenuo sam na doručak, međutim, grupa ljudi je prosila, jedan čovjek koji je zaista u dobroj košulju, u dobrim pantalonama, opran, čist, isto prosio s njima i ja sam njega pitao, da li si gladan? I on rekao, jesam. Hajde sa mnom, kupit ću ti ja doručak.
And I told him, you eat whatever you want, I'll pay the bill.
Znači, uzmi i jedi šta god želiš, ja ću platiti račun, nemaš uopšte problema.
He sat on at a table and he ordered only one dish and he ate it and then he came to me. Then he said, I'm fine. Then I said, go, you go, I'll pay.
Dakle, on je seo za jedan sto i poručio samo jedno jelo, to je pojeo i on je prišao Mohanđi i rekao, završio sam i on je pitao da li je to sve. Da, završio sam. I on je rekao, idi, ja ću platiti.
I asked him one question, what about lunch? Do you want to take some food now for lunch? I can give you. He said, no, lunch somebody will give. That means he's a true saint. He only is not worried about the future. He's only existing in that time. And he's happy he got food. If he did not get food, he will fast. So that means he's actually become a saint. He's not worried about future at all. And he didn't want anything for the lunch, next meal. So I was very intrigued to see him, and he went soon after that.
Dakle, potom sam mu postavio pitanje, a šta je sa ručkom, želiš li nešto za ručak da poneseš? Ne, ručak kad dođe, neko će ga obezbediti ili neće, sve jedno. I to je ono što je mene zaista zaintrigiralo, zato što samo pravi svetac je tako da ne brine za budućnost. Obično prosjek bi tražio još hrane, daj mi. Međutim, on je pojao jedan obrok i jednostavno, obezbedit će neko. Pošto pravi sveci, ako neko i ne obezbedi taj obrok, oni će spontano poslati.
Next day, same thing happened. I was coming out of the temple. This man was standing there. I asked the same question. Before he asked me, I asked him, are you hungry? He said, yes, come with me. Same thing repeated.
I sljedećeg dana se apsolutno ista stvar dogodila, bez da me on ništa pita, ja sam ga pitao da li si gladan, on je rekao da, hajde sam na doručak, ista stvar apsolutno se dogodila.
And that day I was planning to go to the river to take a bath. No, you have to go further about a kilometer and then the river which flows that way. I like to take bath there. So I was going towards that direction. Suddenly I saw one board of a temple. And I don't know why, I just felt like turning there. And there were a couple of people with me. And one of them was taking pictures. And we went in. And when we reached the temple, there was a small platform. And this man who had breakfast with me, he was lying down there.
Dakle, za taj dan sam imao u planu da odem do reke, da se okupam tamo. Jednostavno volim da odem tamo, to je nekih kilometara otprilike udaljeno od mesta, nismo odsedili. I par ljudi koji su bili sa mnom, su išli sa mnom, međutim, na nekom dijelu puta do tamo sam imao osjećaj da treba da skrenem prema jednom utočištu hrama jednog. Par ljudi koji su išli sa mnom su slikali taj put i taj čovjek kojeg sam ja ta 2 dana zajedno nahranio i ležao na samom ulazu u hram.
He looked at me, he was very excited to see me, and he said, oh, you have come here, oh, please go into the temple, etc. And then he said, Swami Nirmalananda, who is a follower of Bhagawan Nityananda, is there now. But he doesn't see people. And he's same like Nityananda, he's angry, face is angry, you don't know whether he likes you coming in. So he was talking, and this person was taking pictures. Later on when we checked, his picture came in nothing. There was no picture of this person. You know, who was he? Nobody knows. His job was to bring me there. Right? And after that, even though I stayed 2 more days there, I never saw him. I never met him. Only these 2 days in the breakfast. And third time here. Then he disappeared. Nobody knows. And he's not in the picture. Then we went into the temple. It was full of pictures of Nityananda.
Dakle, čovjek kad me vidio bio je jako uzbuđen što sam došao. Da uđite u hram slobodno. I mi smo ušli sve, čak i sve slike koje smo slikali, ljudi su bili zapanjeni zato što svrha tog čovjeka kojeg sam nahranio 2 dana pre toga i 3. put ga sreo tu je bilo u principu da me dovede ovdje, pošto on nije ni na jednoj jedinoj slici, njega nema. Iako smo slikali pored njega i slikali prostor, njega ni na jednoj jedinoj slici nema. Čak u tom hramu je, skroz unutra hrama su sve slike Bhagawan Nityananda.
Then we worshipped there, and I asked the priest, can we meet Nirmalananda?
Obavili smo službu tamo i pitali da li možemo da sretimo Nityanandu, koji je inače poklonik Nityanande.
And he said, please wait, let me check.
I on je odgovorio, sveštenik odgovorio, molim vas sačekajte, idem na provjeru.
I said, just tell him Mohanđi has come.
Samo recite da je Mohanđi došao.
If he can see through, then he will invite. Otherwise, if I'm not eligible, I should not meet him.
Dakle, ako on može da vidi kroz sve to, on će pozvati, a ako ne, i ako ja nisam dostojan toga, on neće pozvati.
He called us, 3 of us.
I on nas je pozvao nas troje.
By the time he was very old, actually his leg was swollen. He was having tremendous pain, old and very not well. He asked me, what do you want from me?
Nitjanandi inače je jedan vrlo poznat kao prek čovjek, nekako grdi, ko tako svašta. Međutim, u to vrijeme kad smo ga mi poslali, on je već bio star, noga mu je bila već otečena i sve, nije mogu da se kreće i on je pitao vrlo strogo, kao što želite.
I said nothing, just your blessings.
Ništa, samo vaše blagoslove.
Then he said about a few things about Nityananda. Nityananda told him, I stayed 3 years in Mookambika, you stay 30 years. And sent him before he left the body to this place where he is staying.
Dakle, ja sam kroz njega Nitjananda rekao da ja sam odseo 3 godine u Mookambiki, a ti si odseo ovdje 30 godina, pošto sam ti ja postao na to mesto.
And then he's staying there until last 30 years he's staying there. And when Nityananda said, go to Mookambika, he did not go. He didn't want to leave his guru. He wanted to be around the guru. Then he asked, why are you standing there? And he said, I don't want to go. He said, get out of this place. Then he said, how can I go without you? So Nityananda was covering himself with a blanket. He gave the blanket to him. He said, this is me, take it, go. Until now he was meditating on that blanket. When we went there, he was sitting on that blanket.
Dakle, on je njega je Nityananda poslao od sebe, znači ti moraš da ideš u Mookambiku i tamo da ostaneš. Međutim, on je ostao, jednostavno nije teo da ide. I on mu rekao, možeš da ideš, što sediš, što čekaš? I on je rekao, ali ja ne mogu da odem bez tebe. I on je imao neko ćebe oko sebe i samo je skinuo to ćebe i dao mu. Evo, ovo ćebe sam ja, idi, odlazi. I dan danas taj svetac, već 30 godina, sedi i meditira na tom ćebetu.
This is my second experience of Nityananda.
Ovo je moje drugo iskustvo Nityananda.
So I believe that Nityananda brought me to that temple to meet him, Nirmalananda.
Tako da ja istinski verujem da me je sam Nityananda taj koji me doveo do tog hrama da sretnem Nirmalanandu.
Third was more interesting. Nityananda had, as I said, made many masters during his time. Whoever he touched became a master.
Nitjanandi je napravio, kao što sam rekao, mnoge majstore. Gotovo svako koga je dotakao je postao majstor. Znači, moje treće iskustvo je veoma posebno za mene.
I believe that whatever I am today, he has a role to play.
I iskreno verujem da šta god da sam ja danas, Nityananda je taj koji ima veliku ulogu u svemu tome.
Nityananda had one disciple called Rakhadi Baba. Rakhadi Baba. Rakhadi means he always used to wear only ashes on the body.
Nityananda je imao sledbenika koji se zove Rakhadi Baba, koji je, šta to znači? On je samo nosio taj pepeo na svom tijelu, ništa drugo.
Rakhadi Baba had one very powerful disciple called Purnananda.
Rakhadi Baba je imao jednog veoma moćnog sledbenika koji se zove Purnananda.
I never heard about Rakhadi Baba nor Purnananda.
Znači, ja nikad nisam čuo ni za jednog ni za drugog u životu.
2014, myself, Kamath and some other people, we were visiting one powerful place of Dattatreya, Lord Dattatreya.
2014. Ja i još par ljudi smo posjećivali jedno mesto posvećeno Lordu Dattatreyu.
There was one saint wanted to see me. And this saint is, he doesn't speak English. And for me, it's very difficult to communicate with him because I don't speak his language. But he said, I want to meet Mohanđi. And he came to this place where we went.
I jedan svetac je rekao, ja hoću da upoznam Mohanđija, i bilo je zaista teško upoznati ga, zato što on nije govorio engleski. Ali taj svetac je svejedno došao do mesta gdje su oni odsedali.
So his lineage is Bhagawan Nityananda, Rakadi Baba, Purnananda. What is the Kamath? What is the name of the Kamath? What is the name of Purnananda's disciple? Sadananda. Then this man whom I met, his name is Tyagarajananda.
Dakle, evo sad je pomenuo je lineage, znači sledbeništvo koje je kome gurua, i on je sreo tog posljednjeg čovjeka.
And when Purnananda left his body on 2000 April 6.
Purnananda je napustio svoje tijelo u aprilu 2006.
When before he left his body, he took out his mala which he was wearing, gave it to Tyagarajananda and said, one day Mohanđi will come. Give it to him.
I Purnananda je skinuo sa sebe prije nego što je napustio tijelo svoju malu i dao je svom sledbeniku i rekao, jednog dana će Mohanđi doći, daj mu je.
14 years later I got it.
14 godina posle toga ja sam je dobio.
This was 2000 April 6, he left the body. 2014 December, I met Tyagarajananda and he gave me the mala.
Mala ispravka, 6. aprila 2000. napustio svoje tijelo, a ja sam u 2014. dobio.
And Tyagarajananda asked Purnananda, how will I recognize Mohanđi?
I on je pitao svog guru, kako će prepoznati Mohanđija?
He said, look into his third eye, you can see rising sun.
Pogledaj njegovo treće oko i možeš vidjeti izlazeće sunce.
When I entered the room where he was sitting, he looked at me and he choked.
Znači, kad sam ja ušao u sobu gdje on bio, on je pogledao mene i zagrizao se.
And tears came into his eyes, he could not speak for some time.
I suze su krenule na njegove oči, nije mogu da priča jedno određeno vreme.
And while I was sitting there, Purnananda told him, you transfer all your powers to Mohanđi, he has big work to do in the world. And he asked me, can I transfer it to you? So I kneeled down, he transferred his powers, gave the mala, gave the garland, and then I left, then we left.
I Purnananda mu je telepatski rekao, prenesi se svoje duhovne moći na njega. I on mi je to rekao, da li mogu da prenesem svoje moći na tebe? Ja sam klekao pred njega, on je prenao svoje duhovne moći na mene i predao mi tu ogrlicu.
And this mala Purnananda was wearing for a long time. It's like an atomic bomb. It's so powerful.
I ovu malu je Purnananda nosio dugo vremena i ona je poput atomske bombe, toliko je moćna.
Okay, that is one part of the story. There are more miracles associated with it, but I'm talking about the lineage. Bhagawan Nityananda's lineage came through Tyagananda to me.
Mnogo čuda su se desila, ja govorim o sledu gurua, učenika, jednostavno, kroz njegov lineage, znači sled učenika, je njegov sled učenika došao i prenet je na mene.
Then 2015, I met Swami Nadananda.
2015. ja sam upoznao Swami Nadanandu.
I think some of you have read the book, right? Autobiography of Avadhuta.
Verujem da su neki od vas pročitali knjigu autobiografije jednog Avadhute.
Swami Nadananda, I was in Banaras, Varanasi. So one family who know me invited me for breakfast.
Ja sam bio u Banasu i jedna porodica me pozvala da dođem kod njih na obrok.
When I went for breakfast, they gifted me one book. That book was written by Nadananda.
Kad sam došao na doručak, oni su mi poklonili jednu knjigu i ta knjiga je bila napisana od strane Nadananda.
That is how I came to know about him.
To je način na koji sam ja došao u situaciju da saznam za njega.
And when I looked at the picture, I saw a lot of energy on the face, very powerful. I asked him, who's this person? Then the person who gifted me said, he is a very powerful master and he's still in the body. Then I said, I want to meet him. Then he said, we don't know where he is, but you can meet him. And he gave me the number. And Nityananda never takes calls. So I was trying the number for a long time. And then I decided, okay, anyway, I won't get him. Then I traveled outside. I had programs in the various parts of the world. I came back. When I came, this book was sitting on my bed. Normally it would be in some shelf. This was on my bed. Then I thought, okay, this book is sitting on the bed. That means I have to do something. I again called the number. Again, he was not picking. Then I said, okay, leave it. I put the book in the shelf.
Dakle, sama slika na kojici je isijala tolikom energijom i se ja pitao ko je ovaj čovjek, želim da ga upoznam. I oni su rekli, ne znamo gdje je, ali on je veoma moćan učitelj koji je još uvijek u telu i evo ti broj na koji možeš da ga dobiješ. Dali su mi broj i ja sam onda pokušao da ga nazovem, međutim, on se nikad ne javlja na svoj telefon, ja sam pokušavao neko vreme, međutim, on se apsolutno nije javljao na telefon i dobro, šta sad? Nastavio sam svoje putovanje, obišao sve i vratio sam se kući i ta knjiga je bila na mom krevetu. A obično sve moje knjige su na policama, lepo uredno složene, međutim ona je bila na krevetu, ja sam rekao, u redu, ja moram da uradim nešto po pitanju ovog čoveka. I opet sam pokušao da pozovem broj, međutim, posle nekoliko pokušaja i dalje se nije javljao. I na kraju sam vratio knjigu na policu, šta sad se radi?
That time in December, I was filming in Shirdi for a program, for a film. So I was playing, I was acting in it.
Dakle, u decembru sam ja snimao neki film, prilog, i u njemu sam ja glumio.
And Nityananda was staying about 8 hours from Shirdi.
I Nityananda je odsedao nekih 8 sati udaljeno od Širdija, gdje smo mi snimali.
I decided to meet him. We went to meet him.
I odlučio sam da se sretim s njim i otišli smo da ga posjetimo.
Myself, Devi, Mila, then a few other people, we went.
Ja, Devi, Mila i još par ljudi smo krenuli na put i otišli da ga vidimo.
We had already informed him we are coming.
Već smo ga obaveštili da dolazimo.
And he arranged a room for us, which was next to where they store the grains, and that place was full of rats.
I on je obezbedio sobu za nas, to je bilo mesto soba pored mesta gdje čuvaju žita i zrnevlje i ta soba je bila puna pacova.
The bed was on the floor and there were, you have to ask the rats, can I sleep a little bit? It was already there. So it was, but we never felt anything. It was, we are coming to meet a great master and we were all happy to sleep with the rats. I was hoping there are no snakes because when rats come, snakes get tempted to come and see what they're doing.
Dakle, jednostavno tu sobi su bili te prostirke i na njima su bili pacovi. Kao morali biste zavati, pacovi mogli da legnem pored tebe malo da se odbori. Mi smo bili toliko srećni što dolazimo da nam uopšte to nije smetalo. Jedno što se ovom brino jeste da nema zmija, pošto zmije su u iskušenju da dođe tamo da ima pacova.
And then when I met Nityananda for the first time, he asked me, why have you come? What do you need from me?
I kada sam seo na Nityanandu po prvi put, on me pitao, šta trebaš od mene, zašto si došao?
I never go to any master for something. I just go empty. And whatever happens, happens. If we go with expectation, we come with disappointment. So I never ever visit any master for something. We expecting something. I just go, whatever happens, happens.
Ja kad se srećem sa velikim masterima ili kad idem kod njih, ja ne idem ni sa kakvim očekivanjima, jednostavno odim prazan, jednostavno ne očekujem ništa od njih, jednostavno odim samo da bih upoznao. Prosto, to je način na koji ja funkcionišem. Znači, nikad ne tražim ništa od majstora. Šta god da dobijem od njih, dobio sam, ja sam zahvalan za to.
Later on, Nityananda told, your job was to come, our job is to fill in.
Kasnije je Nityananda rekao, tvoj posao jeste bio da dođeš, naš posao jeste da napunimo, da ispunimo.
The tradition operates that way.
Sama tradicija radi na takav način.
If a person comes, they never go empty-handed. Whatever possible, the masters fill in.
Tradicija je tako da kada sledenik dođe, ili bilo ko da dođe, oni jednostavno daju i ispune šta god treba, niko ne ode praznih ruku.
So he said, when I said I need nothing, he said, Mother will tell me why you are here. Nobody comes to see me without a reason.
I kad sam ja odgovorio da mi ne treba ništa, on je rekao, mama će reći zašto si došao, niko ne dođe bez razloga ovde.
And next day, we were all there, and suddenly he came. He said, I want to honor Mohanđi, instruction. And then he gave me a shawl, and then he gave me a shri yantra, etc. So I said, I called him Guruji. Guruji, I don't need any honor. I'm fine. I'm not expecting anybody to honor me. I'm okay. He said, no, instruction.
I sljedećeg dana on je došao kod nas, bio je vrlo uzbuđen i rekao, želim da te odem počeo s tebi i dao mi šal i sve po protokolu što ide. No on je rekao, ali Guruji, pošto ga on tako zove, meni ne treba ništa, a on kaže, ne, nemaš šta da se buniš, to su instrukcije.
And later he wrote about it. He said, when Mohanđi came, he said, he liked me because I am empty, and I never asked anything. And secondly, while he was sitting alone, Babaji told him, we send Mohan to you. Take care of him.
I kasnije on je pisao o tome, dopao mu se Mohanđi zato što je došao apsolutno prazan i nije tražio apsolutno ništa od njega, i kad smo mi otišli od njega i ostali ga samom, Babađi mu je došao i rekao je, mi smo ti poslali Mohanđija, a ti se pobrini za njega.
Then I came to know about the lineage. Bhagawan Nityananda, his disciple Ma Taramai, this picture, and then Nadananda. So again Nityananda lineage came back.
Tako da još jednom se Nitjanandin linija sledbenika poklopila, zato što njegova učenica je bila Guru Taramai, koja je inače guru Bhagawan Nityanandi, koji je onda došao u susret sam.
And it was same thing, more or less similar thing happened. Nadananda transferred his spiritual bank balance on to me, and same like Tyagananda did the same. Again, you see, the river started from Nityananda.
I opet se isti scenarij dogodio kao i prethodni put. Nityananda je prenao svu svoju duhovnu, da kažemo, duhovne moći, svu duhovnu snagu je prenao na mene. Isto tako opet se nastavio taj krug da jednostavno ta rijeka koja plovi od Nitjanande je ponovo dotekla opet do mene kroz drugog majstora.
Now one more channel came. This is a master. He is also not in his body. Nadananda is in his body. This Swami, he was living in a temple close to where Nityananda was living. And apparently this is the place where Nityananda came first before he went into the place where he was staying later.
Ima još jedan način, izvinjam se. Jedan stari svetac koji više nije u telu je u jednom hramu blizu mesta gdje je Nitjananda odrastao, i to je prvo mesto u koje je Nitjananda posjetio prije što je nastavio svoje putovanja.
And this man was bent, lean, bent. Some of you may have seen his picture. His name was Vasudevan. And he was worshipping the footwear of Nityananda.
Dakle, ovaj svetac je Vasudevan. On je zaista mršav, pogrebljen, zguren i on je jednostavno služio i ovim obući Nitjananda.
People threw stones at him in the night one time.
Jednom su u toku noći ljudi gađali ga kamenjem.
And no stones hit him.
I nijedan kamen ga nije pogodio.
When I went to him next time, I asked, Swami, did you see who threw the stones?
I sljedeći put kad sam otišao kod njega, Swami, jeste vidjeli ko je bacao kamenje?
Did you complain to the police?
Da li ste se žalili policiji?
He said, no, we should not look who threw the stones, because we will have anger towards them. Our mind should be contaminated, our mind may get contaminated, our mind should not be contaminated. We should not see who's throwing stones. And we don't have to tell police because their karma will take care of them. Why should we worry?
I on je rekao kao, ne treba da znamo koje nas je gađa i uopšte ne treba da idemo da istražujemo to zato što njihov bes će opet biti na nama. Uopšte ne treba da se uplićemo s njime. Zašto bi se uopšte ih prijavljivali policiji, autoritetima, kad jednostavno njihova karma će se pobrinuti za njih.
And he also left the body. Last time when I met him, he said two things. One is that, Mohanđi, I always remember you every day. I think about you. Second, Bhagawan Nityananda lives with you. These two things he said. And that was his more or less last words to me.
Dakle, zadnji put kad sam ga posjetio, manje više njegove zadnje reči su bile dve stvari, jeste Mohanđi, ti si uvek u mojim mislima, i druga stvar jeste Nitjanandi je uvek sa tobom. To su manje više zadnje stvari koje su nije on neko preušeno pustio svoje telo.
So the lineage came to me through various means, through various masters.
Tako da ta linija majstora nije došla, Nitjanandi je došla do mene kroz mnoge majstore.
And why we do not know much about Nityananda? Because none of these things, especially when he created diamonds out of stones, that means out of normal people, he created masters. This very difficult to see, very difficult to understand, and very difficult to explain.
Zašto nemamo mnogo priča o Nitjanandi? To je zato što je on, kad je pravio od kamenja dijamante, tažnije reći, od običnih ljudi pravio majstore. To su bile, da kažemo, skrivene stvari, stvari koje nisu mogle biti viđene, niti procjenje normalnim pogledom. Zatim imamo vrlo malo priča o Nitjanandi.
But Sai Baba has done the same.
Sai Baba je isto činio isto.
He has created various masters.
I on je uzdigao mnoge majstore.
Every true master has created more masters.
Svaki istinski majstor je stvorio još mnogo majstora.
Right? So I think that's about it, about Nityananda. I don't know what more to say, but there are numerous things to say.
To bi bilo to otprilike o Nitjanandi, pošto mogli bi se reći još mnoge stvari, ali ja ne znam šta bi još mogli da dodam na ovo.